We're absolutely going to need provincial and federal assistance to pay for that project. But yes, we have had, we established the priorities in the Transportation 2050 plan just about a month ago, and that was unanimously supported by the regional mayors, and in that it recognizes a need for a rapid transit connection to the North Shore. It also had a special paragraph that they added into it specifically for the North Shore about access to recreational space, because we've seen in our community that the traffic patterns have changed dramatically with people trying to come to the North Shore Mountains for exercise and recreation. And so we actually have this weird situation where we have about 135,000 daily trips on the weekends, weekend days, versus about 131,000 daily trips during the weekdays. And so we actually have higher volumes going over our bridges on the weekend days because of the recreation travel. And so they recognize that in the Transportation 2050 plan. The next stage of that is to actually move towards implementation. And to do that, you have to have we have these 10-year vision documents, and the priorities that get into the 10-year vision documents tend to be where TransLink puts their resources, the province and the federal government puts their resources. And so for the most part, I think out of the last 10-year vision, over 85% of the projects that were in it were funded and built, and we're now able to use them. And so that's the next critical piece, is making sure that the 10-year vision has a rapid transit connection to the North Shore contemplated in it. And what we're expecting to see is probably about a month from now, a confirmation of that priority from the region, but it's still going to rely on provincial and federal dollars going forward.
No promises yet?
Well, I promise I'm doing everything I can to get it into the 10-year vision, and then once we get it into the 10-year vision, the next step will be advocating to the provincial and federal government for funding.
Okay.
But it's a pretty good bet once you get into the 10-year vision, because the provincial government and the federal government tend to say local government sets priority, we find ways to fund it, and so this is us saying with a unanimous voice, this is the priority for the North Shore, is to get rapid transit to our community to connect up at the South Shore. And so if we can get that commitment from the region, then it's likely to be supported by the province and feds.